when you first are even at the idea stage, obviously efficiency doesn't really matter. It's all about, well, can I actually build out this product or service that is in my head? Probably the way that you can think about efficiency at that point is how fast can I get this to market? So speed becomes your efficiency there. And that is very different from a actual established business that's generating revenue, because your efficiency there is, how do I shortcut this? Whether it's through coaches, mentorship, trainings, that's how you would shortcut something faster to market, or partnering up, getting a partner that's actually done this. To me, that how I would look at efficiency for somebody that just has an idea in their head. It's how fast can you get it to market? You're not overthinking it. You're not, if you had similar background like ours, where you came from a corporate world where yes, there was processes and you did a 5-year, 1-year plans and all that. If you take that approach and try to launch something new off the ground, it's not going to work. So you really have to change your mindset around what a new 1-person, 2-person company looks like in the beginning.
Yeah. If you're caught in planning all the time, then that's all you're going to be doing is planning.
Yeah, planning. Once you actually get to market, then I think your metric becomes my first sale. When can I generate that first sale? And to me, efficiency there is somewhat out of the water, because you got to do anything you can to get that first sale, because that's validation that your service or product actually people will pay for. And then once that happens, you're like, okay, I got something here. Now you can start looking at systems and processes to how to sell more and then more. And that's kind of how I usually look at a company in its infancy.
Yeah. And then eventually after a few years, you're going to realize there's probably some inefficiencies that's built up still in the company naturally because the leader over here wasn't doing what they needed to, and you'll need to prove that. At which point, that's where a lot of companies say, bring in the consultant, because they're trying to fix what, culturally kind of got out of control. Other leaders will say, no, let's really do this. If I have a leader in the wrong place, let's actually try to say, leader, if you can't come up to where we need you to, I need to replace you with a leader who is going to be able to do that, which to me takes us back a bit to our conversation, which is what I think, even government agencies need to face. But you said one thing that I disagree with slightly when it comes to the business. You said, then you want to get to your first sale after the product. I actually think you should be trying to get to your sale before you build out the entire product by pre-selling it, because if you can do that and you could get people on board with it, and especially if you could get them to give you either goodwill money or whatever towards it. Now, this maybe depend on the product, but heck, even taking it back to Elon, he was doing this in advance of, hey, if we build rockets, will you give us this money? Here's what we think we can do, before he was even building the rockets. I do think that somebody should spend a little bit more of that time up front getting to sales. I think the challenge is a lot of people want to build, and then we get stuck in the perfection stage of building the product. I've done this myself, and then you don't actually, by the time you get that thing to market, it might not actually be what people needed, versus if you get out there first, understand your market, pre-sell to your market, and then build it, you now have the thing that's going to make it more of an urgency for you, and you've now kind of validated it before you went too far into the building something.